Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cars with Chris. I'm Chris, and today we're going to talk about insurance. I'm here with Sgambelluri from Northeastern Insurance, and today we're going to go over a few different topics in regards to the insurance process. Matt, why don't you go ahead and, for the people who don't know who you are already, just go ahead and, explain kind of who you are and what you guys do here at the store.
Well, my name is Sgambelluri. I work for Northeastern Insurance. We do insurance that'll pretty much cover all of your needs from auto, home, commercial, life insurance. Like I said, that goes into your business, commercial auto, general liability, stuff like that. We work with 20 of the leading carriers out there, from MetLife to Erie to Safeco, Nationwide, Travelers, stuff like that.
Okay, great. And Matt, one of the things that we'll do too for everybody watching is down in the description down below, I'm going to put all of Matt's contact information, phone number, email, the store here that you guys can stop in and just see him. But Matt, go ahead real quick. What's the number to reach you here at the store?
Number's 518-346-2886.
Okay, great. So the first thing we're going to talk to Matt about today is we're going to ask Matt to just go ahead and describe his process that he's going to use when you have a customer who calls in who wants to request a quote for a policy. So what's kind of the steps that you take that customer through to get a quote for them?
Well, first off, you want to start with gathering information because every person is different. The scenarios are different. Age, gender, the demographic where you live is all different. So what you want to do is try to get as much information as you can from them up front to determine what's going to be the best scenario for them. What company, what place to go, first time car buyer, first time insured, something like that.
Okay, great. Now, I know before that I've had customers who have looked at policies before with you, and for whatever reason the policy might have gone up 50, 60 bucks, 70 bucks from what they were looking at. Is there a bad time to shop for auto insurance?
You don't really want to be shopping for auto insurance within the first 6 months of you establishing a new policy. If you're a new driver, that is. If you just get a policy, say last week, and you're trying to shop your rate, it's not the most beneficial time for that because you're still looked at as not having consecutive insurance for 6 months. So therefore, the rate is still going to be, as uncompetitive as it was when you were shopping through those carriers prior.
Okay, and if you are looking at rates, when do you tend to be able to see the ability quite frequently? I know with auto loans, when a customer drives a car for 3 years on a 5-year loan, we have the customer that has equity, so we can either lower a payment, get him into a new car, whatever. Is a similar thing in place with auto insurance? If you're doing an auto policy the same for a long period of time, is it possible to change providers, update coverages, and actually reduce payments?
Absolutely. It's good to check your policy once a year because you want to know that, first off, you're actually covered to what you should be covered to for the vehicle. You want to be adequately covered. Deductibles, liability limits, things along those lines. That's probably the most important thing with shopping for your insurance. We're changing. Things change day to day though with everyone. You could graduate college if you get a bachelor's degree, discounts for that. If you retire from work, discount for being retired. So if you're with the same carrier for an extended period of time and you switch, like I said, there's different discounts and stuff that you could be eligible for.
Okay, awesome, that's great. So in regards to discounts or maybe things that add on to a policy, I know we've talked before and you've said certain things stay on licenses. I know we're in New York State, so I know in New York State things will stay on somebody's license for X amount of years. So when an insurance company looks at a policy, how far back do they typically look at your driving record to figure out if you're a high-risk customer?
Most all insurance companies to today's date look back about 5 years for any sort of accidents. That could be a not-at-fault accident or an at-fault accident. Those premier companies usually look back 5 years for traffic violations also. They will go back that far to rate you on those. If you go with a Progressive or a GMAC, they look back 39 months for violations and accidents. So, like I said, there's certain benefits to different companies. You're going to have your preferreds, your standards, and your non-standards.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, so Matt, if we're talking about some of the myths that people commonly hear about when it comes to auto insurance, what do you guys normally see? I know the common one is red cars cost more to insure. Is that true? And what other myths do you hear on a regular basis that tend to be false about insurance?
Red cars, 2 doors, convertible, stuff like that. They say you tend to have a higher insurance premium. That's not entirely true. Like I said, mainly things are driven off of your driving record, how long you've been licensed, and your experience or any discounts that you qualify for.
Now, there are some things like with red cars, they tend to be sports cars or yellow cars or those exotic colors. So sports cars do tend to have a higher insurance rate, but you're talking Porsche, Lamborghini, higher end cars, correct?
Correct. The ones that are a lot more expensive to replace.
Okay.
Because if you buy a red Toyota Corolla versus a red Volkswagen Jetta, you're pretty much in the same price point.
Okay. Right, good. So one of the things that Matt's talked about before with me and with other customers who I've referred over to him is trying to put all of your eggs in one basket when it comes to insurance. So what's going to happen if I go ahead and take a renter's policy or a homeowner's policy and put it to the same company that my auto insurance is with?
You'll receive a multi-policy discount. Most carriers nowadays are between 10 and 20% depending on who they are. And also, you would gain coverage for your renter's insurance or your homeowner's. So if that hasn't been reviewed in a while, or if you haven't had it, you could make sure that everything is adequately covered.
Okay, awesome.
Plus you get the discount for it, which saving money is what you want to do. Saving money is what you want to do. Saving money is what you want to do. Saving money is what you want to do.
We now return to your regular programming.
So this has been another episode of Cars with Chris. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Thanks, Matt, for spending some time with us today. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit of information about insurance. If you have any remaining questions that we weren't able to cover here in the video, please feel free to reach out to me directly at carswithchris.com or reach out to Matt through his information down in the description below. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.